Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Noble Salsa. Today we are playing Project Cars 2. What? That sounded like a choo-choo gun? For those of you who know what a choo-choo gun is, a choo-choo gun is a gun which makes a choo-choo sound when you click the trigger. Keeping shitty discussions aside, today we are going to do a private testing. Then I will show you my controller tweakings which I did to make this game play awesome. Like, I'm totally new to car racing. I didn't play any games of car racing earlier, and I didn't like them much. So my friends said try Project Cars 2, you'll feel it great. So kind of the preset settings I didn't feel so much good to play on, so I did my configuration, which I'll show you later after this private testing, in which you will get a hold of the graphics and gameplay. Let's start. uh, so as you can see, I didn't update the application yet, and I don't need to do like that now. I don't need it. So we are at Knockhill International, United Kingdom. We are using a LaFerrari. Let's start. And again that application will pop up. See, I told you, I predicted. Salsa's prediction is never wrong, you see. As you can see on the screen, right side of the screen, the length is given, the number of turns is given, the approximate map of the track is given, so you can get a clear-cut information about it. The weather is there, the date is there, the time is there, the place is there. Obviously, a car is obviously there. It won't go anywhere. Length is 1.3 miles, number of turns is 9. Let's start. So now as you can see, the graphics are awesome. It has improved tremendously from Project Cars 1. What was that? So as you can see, Ferrari, you have deck mode option, you have every type of option you need for it. Let's start. And so don't expect anything from me right now. I'm horribly bad at driving, especially sports cars, because I'm like an NFS racer. What happens when you put an NFS racer in a professional racetrack? We are familiar with street racing. We kill people while we race. Dude, this is like, you have a pit stop and all that. This is professional wrestling. Sorry, what? Wrestling? I said wrestling? Yeah. Oh, sorry. This is professional racing, guys. Professional racing, It has pit stops, it has all that stuff. And now we are NFS racers. We use NOS, we use tattoos on the cars. You can't use tattoos on the cars here. It has to be stock, and the color has to be either stock or your team color. What's this? Reposition. As I can say, I'm horribly bad at driving because I'm not familiar with professional race tracks and all that stuff. I'm familiar with street racing. I've done NFS, I've done pro street racing. So that's what I like. Street racing is my thing. Move it! So, no, you're not going out anyway. Shit. Reposition. That's actually very embarrassing for a Ferrari, having a driver like me inside it. See? As you can see, the characteristics of street racing are coming out. Hardcore street racing. We are hardcore street racers. We don't know about professional racing, European circuits, United circuits and all that stuff. We don't know. We know is the streets of LA and the streets of New York. Our career was to backlist all of those people and climb to the #1 spot. In this, you have to select a team, you have to sign up contracts in racing. Yeah, but the optimization is superbly cool for PS4, I should say, but the controls were very, very, very bad. When the preset controllers appeared, like, what is this preset controls? So I was like horrified about this one, because NFS earlier I used to play NFS only. I don't have NFS right now. I played it some years ago. That's when the last racing game in my life came up. After that was this one. But in NFS we don't have that professional race tunings and race settings and all that stuff. We have hit the streets option. In this, we have to hit the tracks. So after this 1 or 2 laps, I will show you my controller tweakings, how did I do it. I'll show you the career options available. The sound, like the authentic car sound, is awesome. You get the authentic car sound in here. You get the official Ferrari, like, full setup. Now when the game starts to show you a bunch of licenses about companies, Mazda, Ferrari, Mercedes, Bentley, Aston Martin and all that stuff. Lamborghini is also there. It's a good reproduction of the original cars. That's what I feel about this game. A good reproduction of all the cars, like you get the original feel of the car. Here the car power is also different, like Ferrari has a more power than Aston Martin, and you can expect that. What happens in real life in these cars, you can get a hold of that thing in this game. That's what I feel like great about this game. And so don't expect much from this video, like this is not a gameplay video, this is just an overview of the game. Controller tweakings. Basically it's a controller tweakings video, which I will show you later in this video. For now you can get a hold of the graphics and all that stuff. 1 second more. Fine. On the left side of the screen, as you can see, you have the lap timings. Which I would say is not great at all. This should be completed in 49 seconds. Taking in 1 minute 49 seconds. Horrible race driver. Even as you can expect, I don't have my license yet. Who will give me a license if I drive like this? And I don't know driving, and I came out on the racetracks without even driving a minivan. No, wait. I drove a minivan. I drove a minivan in GTA 5, yeah. And that went out horribly bad. So it happens to be I don't know driving, and yeah, I don't know driving. No possibilities at all. In NFS, you don't need to know driving. You need to know the streets of New York. That's it. You need to know the streets. Once you know the streets, you're up there at the champions list. Okay, so that must be enough to get a hold of this, I think. I don't know. Probably that would be enough. That should be enough. So then I should pause, should exit this private testing, and I should show you some controller tweakings. I think it's great. Actually, this game feels a lot more easier on a steering wheel setup rather than a controller or a PS controller. Let it be a PS controller or an Xbox controller. This feels easier on a steering wheel setup. Like when you connect it to a PC, this feels easier because you can get a hold of that car. Like it feels like you're driving the car itself. That's what my friends tried, and they said like, yeah, it's good on a steering wheel rather than a controller. So, but this feels good. Like when you tweak some settings, this feels good on a controller as well, and you get easy hold of the car, grip, all that stuff. So yeah, that's the final lap we are doing. Now let's stop this and exit this thing. What? Update the application to use network features? I don't want to use network features right now. Let me learn driving first. Okay, so yeah. To get a dashboard of the game, we have the career option here. You have a new driver, you have managed drivers, you have continue career. Forget that, I'm very bad at my career. Even custom race, you can create custom offline races here. What? Yeah, dude, I know that. Leave that fuck off. So you have rules and regulations, you have race settings, you have session settings, you have vehicle select, and you can also organize what I like. You can also organize your pit strategy. This is what I like here. Yeah, you can organize your pit strategy, like you can get which things to assemble first, which things to like change first. You need refueling first, or you need tires first. So that's what you can adjust in this thing. Browse online, join online races from around the world, create online event. That's it. Community is community events and time trial settings, leaderboard times, esports and all that. Profiling, you know what, it's there in the profile. So yeah, so this is what I need to do it. Gameplay is just the game's challenge, like realistic, how much it suits your preferences. Like what do I say, put it in a simple way, it's like how much you want to be the game to be realistic. So that's what braking assistance, driving assistance, steering assistance, full, high, on, full. This is a preset setting, so I didn't do anything about this. Its manual pit stop is no, obviously pit stop cinematic cameras on, anti-lock brakes are high. And now on the right side of the screen you can see an help menu popping down, and it shows what that option does. That's what you like. You don't need to go on a dictionary search like what is steering assistance. So it shows you automatically and shows that this is enough steering input to make it out in corner. So you can put it as yes, or braking assistance also you can put it as no. It's on-screen guides and display driving lines, who's the best around the circuit for you to follow. It should be yes, yeah, it can be yes. It depends on you. If you have a practice session before the race, you can know the circuit fully, and then you don't need to turn on a map or something. Track map is on, obviously. Steering grid lights is on. Driving lines. Spotter is authentic. Proximity indicator is off here. Pit stop visual cue is on. Display units are imperial. These are preset settings only that I don't know what do they do. So let's go to controls. This is what we want. As you can see, it's a default wireless controller. Automatic clutch is on. Gearing is automatic. Inverted gearing is no. Inverted y-axis is no. And don't click reset to defaults, obviously. Configuration. So steering dead zone. Steering dead zone, I've set it at 0 because I don't know. Steering dead zone is a range beyond which it can't accept your controller input. So I don't want to be a range on my, I don't want to be a limit on my acceleration or anything. So steering dead zone is set to 0. Steering sensitivity depends on the track. If you want the input to be less and the effect to be more, you can set it to a higher value. If you want the input to be more and the effect to be less, you can set it to a lower value. If you want them equal, you can set it at 50. This is what I've done. 50 suits best for me. Okay, so throttle dead zone is no doubt 0. I don't want to be a limit beyond which the throttle cannot accept input from my controller. So throttle sensitivity is set at 51. Now this is also the same thing. If you want more input and less output, you can set it to a lesser number. If you want more output with less input, you can set a higher number. If you want the equal output and equal input, you can set it at 50 or 51. That doesn't matter much. So braking dead zone is what? It was 1? What? I didn't know that. Okay, braking dead zone obviously 0. This is also set at 50 or 51. That's good. Brake sensitivity is also the same thing. Equal input and equal output. Clutch sensitivity and clutch dead zone I don't need because it's automatic clutch and automatic gearing, so skip this thing. Speed sensitivity is 50 or 51, whatever you want. Damper saturation also we don't need, it's for manual customization. Controller dampening is at 80. Controller dampening allows you to adjust how quickly you can steer from left to right. That's a technical term there on the right, as you can refer it. So controller dampening is set at 80. 80, like if the value goes higher, you can steer more quickly from left to right. If your value goes lower, the switching from left to right is a bit slower. So 80 feels perfect for me. So these are my setting controls, my controller settings. If you feel anything wrong in this, or this is what I feel comfortable, if you have any more controller options, you have any more settings, let me know in the comments. Provide a link to our website, whatever you want you do. So assignments, I have not changed anything, that's default as usual. Vehicle, all of those are default as usual. Force feedback is also default. What I did is the configuration changes. Okay, so the next thing is TV calibration, which we don't need. Visual effects, that's an important addition in this project cast. Visual effects allows you to again that thing only, how realistic your game looks. It's post-processing filters on, exterior sun flare, when the sun comes over the horizon and all that stuff is there. Bloom is on. These are also set to defaults only, I didn't change anything, that's what I like. Cockpit mirrors are on. Screen dirt, I don't know what that does mean even. Crepuscular rays, what is that? It's a technical term, dude. What's that? It's set to yes. What is this? Damn, I don't know what is that. Fuck off. My profile, you can see an affinity towards cars and tracks Here's McLaren 25.8 miles, love Ferrari, Lamborghini, Veneno, Affinity, images, videos, no videos yet, I know that. Images and videos, as you can see. Extras is, we don't need extras. We can't manage with the stock one, why do we need extras? Now career option has a great improvement over these project cars too. The career option you can choose, like you can start from the beginning with the Formula Phoenix race or Matchbox racing or go-karting, and then you can go way up high to the Italian circuits, Ferraris and all that stuff. So I started with go-kart racing, I don't know driving at all, that's why. You can create multiple profiles here. You can do managed drivers, career progress, like 5 slots can be used, 5 drivers can be accommodated. This is only one here. So this was quickly way. Custom race, if you want, I will upload in the next video custom race, and I will also offer a private texting in the next video. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Let me know anything in the comments what you feel about this video, and if you want any other gameplay. So what okay, news update about Noble SALSA's channel is I'm waiting for Assassin's Creed Origins. I pre-ordered it on Amazon. It will be coming on the release date also. That's when I want to upload my greatest videos. I'll do a full series, hands down. Like, sorry, not hands down. What? It's not hands down, it's hands on. Okay, it's hands on. Okay, hands on video will be going on there. The hands on video would be there. The side missions would be there. The main missions would be there. The reviews would be there. And so that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.